Hello, I'm Lizzie
Hello.
Acker. I'm a reporter with the Oregonian Oregon Live, and I'm here with Lee Picard. Lee, are you a meteorologist or a
I
hydrologist?
am meteorologist.
Are you at the office today?
Yes, we are on site here and frankly ready to stay the night.
Yeah. Does you think that's a possibility?
It is, we've got snow flying out there right now. Not expecting a whole lot in the way of accumulation, maybe a quick inch here, but the real concern is with freezing rain this afternoon, maybe continuing through tonight. So, yeah, expecting the roads to probably be dicey at best. So hopefully, folks are riding this one out at home. We're ready to ride it out here at the office. So trying to keep our own people off the road too. So hopefully by tomorrow, though, we start to see some improvements.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, when did I'm looking out my window right now, and there's a lot of snow. It's blowing. I feel like yesterday I forgot to ask about the wind, and then last night I was lying in bed, my house was shaking, and I was like,
Yep.
I should have asked about the wind.
Yeah, we it's been breezy for a few days. We're probably at the peak of the winds today. We've got low pressure right offshore, which has helped kind of pulling the winds out of the gorge. So we had some gusts up to around 50 miles an hour out in Troutdale overnight. Probably a bit higher, a little to the east. So those areas like Corbett probably saw in the 50s at least. Um, Winds are probably at their highest today and should start to trend down through the weekend. It's still going to be those kind of cool east winds though, so going to stay kind of cold. But hopefully, less of a wind chill issue in the morning each day. But yeah, it started snowing over kind of early morning. So south of here, down in Eugene, Salem, maybe 5 a.m. It started. Here in Portland, it was more like 9. But it's coming down now. It's blowing around out there, and it's we're going to see probably another hour or two, or maybe 3 at most, of snow. But by the early afternoon, it should warm up enough that we're going to see that change to kind of nasty wintry mix. There might be some sleet, maybe some regular rain mixed in, but freezing rain for the most part, and that's really what's going to sort of keep things hazardous for the next 12, 18 hours.
Okay, so what time do you think it's going to switch over? Do you know?
Probably, I would say early afternoon is the most likely. So maybe in the sort of 1 to 2 p.m. range. It could be a little earlier. It could, maybe it'll hold off until 3, but by sort of mid afternoon, it's probably going to be largely freezing rain outside.
Okay. And that's because it's warmer aloft, but the
Right.
ground is still going to be cold, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we've got these cold east winds that are keeping the ground below freezing. So, Portland will be lucky to hit 32 today. At most 33. It's going to be a cold day, but only maybe a few thousand feet up, things are a little bit warmer above freezing. That allows the what is generated as snow to fall. It melts, and then when it hits the sub-freezing ground, it turns back to ice.
Fun. um, cool. Okay, so up higher, like in elevation than in the mountains, is it going to be raining?
Not exactly. So the right at the surface is sort of similar, because the air is sort of coming over the mountains and through the gaps. Surface temperatures are basically below freezing everywhere, except maybe right along the coast.
Okay.
We have offshore winds, so even our sort of oceanfront communities, it's going to be hard to warm up today.
Wow.
Um,
Is
maybe
there snow on the
like
coast?
what was that?
Is it snowing on the coast?
It could be in some places. Yeah, I think there was some snow observed, at least in like Astoria this morning. Um, as we sort of get through the day today, starting central and south coast of Oregon is the most likely place to start seeing things warm up enough to maybe see some icing, but really hopefully turn to rain would be the ideal solution here. Um, as we kind of head into the weekend, we're expecting sort of slow warming everywhere. So by maybe Saturday and Sunday we're into the low 40s as a high,
Okay.
but today we'll be lucky to get above freezing. Tonight, sort of back in the upper 20s. Tomorrow we should warm up a little bit better. Mid to upper 30s seems reasonable, and that is what's going to help kind of push us into just the rain scenario by maybe midday tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon. But
So tonight,
tonight,
yeah.
yeah, tonight's tough. Tonight we could still see some more snow actually here in Portland. Those east winds are gonna they're gonna relax, but they're going to keep pushing cold air in. So another round of snow is possible tonight. So far this morning, we've had this sort of very light but steady precipitation. As we get into tonight, it's going to be less of this uniform shield and more like a showery distribution. So some people are going to see extended dry breaks. Some are going to see repeated showers. So it's always tough to nail down exactly who's expected to see the most precipitation when we're in this very showery pattern.
Mhm.
So there's definitely going to be some places that say, man, I saw nothing Thursday night or Friday, but some people are really going to get hit. So, yeah, anything
The
that
roads
does
kind of,
fall overnight would be snow.
yeah, okay. And the roads aren't expected to warm up overnight, so a
Nope.
commute
Yeah,
tomorrow morning.
it'll be hard to thaw. It'll be hard to thaw. So anything on the road tonight is probably going to stay there through tomorrow. So the Friday morning commute may not be much better than the Thursday evening. But as things warm up tomorrow, hopefully we'll start to see things change for the better.
Okay, cool. So, the snow is it's gonna keep snowing in the Portland area for maybe 3 more hours.
Couple more hours,
So
yeah.
get out there and see the snow.
It doesn't get
Or
blown away. Yeah, it's really whipping. So it's
really windy
you
in
know
northeast
it
Portland, and it's very
yeah,
cold.
it's having a hard time really stacking up because it's just getting blown away.
Yeah,
Um, but once things turn to ice, that's really gonna have a much easier time adhering to things that in a way that this sort
fun.
of dry snow can't.
Yeah, cool. Great. We love that. So awesome. Anything else you think we should know?
I would say people just need to be very careful if you're traveling today, tonight, and tomorrow morning. The roads are slick. If we have ice adhering right to bare roads, you often can't see it. So if you don't have to travel, it would be best not to. If you are heading out there, give extra time, drive slow, leave a lot of space, be ready for other cars around you to maybe slide a little bit. Um, the best thing you can do is really just stay off the roads if you can. The amount of snow and ice that we're expecting here in Portland is not really enough to cause problems if you're not trying to travel.
Okay.
I know
So not
last
ice.
winter, right?
Yeah.
Last winter we had a big ice storm, and it was the combination of ice and wind caused a lot of power outages. The icing is looking lighter this time. The winds are looking lighter this time. So hopefully we won't see anything of that magnitude. So if you're home, hopefully you just can kind of ride this out and don't have to worry about much of anything.
Great. Well, that's awesome. And yeah, I would say even be careful going outside once it starts getting icy because last year I slipped while going to get a shovel. And I
That's
was
right.
like,
If you've got
cool.
sand or salt or something, anything to help traction, really. Little
Yeah.
micro spikes,
Oh,
you might
yeah.
need them today.
Might be too late to get those from Amazon. Uh, but for next year.